What a great fight. What a competitive fight. I loved it. It was great. Great entertainment. A lot of blood. Great for the fanatic. Great for the casual. Amazing fight. The fight was very competitive. It was pretty competitive during, well, the whole fight was competitive. Max Holloway landed more strikes during the fight. And fun fact, Max Holloway reached over 3,000 connected strikes in the UFC. And again, the fight was competitive. And at the end, Max Holloway did get, in the last 5 seconds in the 5th round, he did get a knockdown over Arnold Allen. I do believe that this fight, the decision was good and there was no controversy. I saw Max Holloway winning, and well, the judges did as well. Max Holloway won the fight. He won it fair and square, and he won it clearly. I saw him dominate most of the fight, not completely. It was competitive, but he landed more strikes. And in my opinion, I don't know if other people see it this way. Well, the judges, obviously they scored it, but I believe that Max Holloway fought his fight. And how did he fight his fight? Well, Max Holloway, first of all, the whole fight was just a kickboxing match, and this guy's one of the best strikers in the sport. Let's be real. This guy has been fighting for like 10 years. He was a young champion in the UFC, and he's still 31, which is not old at all for a UFC fighter. So he's not a veteran physically, but he's been in the UFC for a really long time. So the experience definitely showed throughout this fight, because yet again, like I said, Max Holloway was able to fight his fight. He was able to fight how he likes to fight, pure striking. And let's be real, Max Holloway isn't a knockout artist. He's no knockout artist, but the way he does fight is obviously striking. But he's a point fighter. He'll do a lot of strikes. This man usually does like over 100 strikes every fight. So this guy definitely wins by points. He wins his fights by points, which is very smart. And yet again, like, Max Holloway proved to be the more experienced fighter during this fight. Like, this guy, he's a very smart fighter. I definitely underestimated him. I had Allen winning 70-30. I do apologize, Max, if you ever see this video, which I don't think you will. But I apologize, my guy. I do apologize. I didn't see you winning. Oh, that's because, you know, I didn't see him winning because of the third fight against Volkanovski, but that's another story. But no, this guy proved that he's still at the top, that he can still compete at the top in that division. And what we saw, he dominated this guy who Arnold Allen was, I believe he had the second streak, just behind Islam Makhachev. He had an undefeated streak. So you could say that, you know, he killed a hype train. He killed the hype train of Arnold Allen. Yeah, and this guy's just really talented. You know, he was able to, during this fight, he was able to read Arnold Allen's patterns, which is, wow, like, it shows the caliber of a fighter that Max Holloway is. He was able to read Arnold Allen's pattern, which it was very basic. He was able to move around him, and you can even tell, like, during the breaks of each round, like, the Max Holloway's corner was telling him that they already had, you know, they already had all of Arnold Allen's movements. Like, he was already studied, which, damn, it's incredible. Like, I think this guy spent he spends more time studying than actual, you know, fighting during training, which is really smart out of him. Like, he's one of those fighters that he doesn't spar during camp or off camp. He doesn't spar. He said it himself, like, why do I need to practice how to fight if I already know how to fight? And I mean, kudos to him. Every fighter has their own style, but hey man, when you're this good at striking, you can't criticize the guy. Like, the guy definitely knows what he's doing. He knows his own body, and it's just incredible how talented this guy really is. Although I am happy for Max Holloway, I do feel sadness, a little sad for my boy Arnold Allen, the pride of England. And why do I feel sad for him? Well, first of all, this guy, he showed that he can be in the top in that division. He did show that his name belongs up there at 145. There's no doubt about it. And let's remember that this was his first time fighting a 5-round fight that went, full 5 rounds. His previous fights were usually him winning by a finish, right? But this guy put up a great fight. He fought with his heart, and he just went at it. And I don't think that nothing bad's gonna happen to him. Like, he's only 29. He can keep going, and he's ranked number 4th, and he lost to the second ranked in 145. So nothing really bad is gonna come out of that fight for him. Just a learning experience, if anything, so he can keep improving his game. I mean, maybe he can learn different, skills, improve his jiu-jitsu, his wrestling, because he went full kickboxing with one of the best strikers in the UFC. So yeah, that fight did not have any takedowns. But besides the point, like, I feel bad for the boy Arnold Allen, because he was on a streak. He was up, and this is just a little dip in his career. But I do believe he's gonna bounce back, and he's gonna come back even better, much improved. This kid is very talented. He is you can tell he's very hardworking. He listens to his corner. His corner actually told him, "You're down, bro. Like, you gotta step it up. You gotta win or die." And he did do that in the 5th round. He didn't know he was down. His corner actually told him, "Bro, go out and kill, or you're losing this." And that's what he did. He went in the 5th round. He did try to empty his gas tank to, like, get that finished, and he really tried it. He threw elbows in, but Max Holloway can take hits. The fact that he doesn't probably spar or anything like that helps maybe in the fights, but this man can take hits, man. That reminded me of when Conor McGregor would land his hard hits at Nate Diaz in the first fight, but Nate Diaz just wouldn't go down. So it definitely is frustrating for a fighter who has power, who gives you his best hits, and he still can't take the guy down. This is what I got from this fight, because Arnold Allen did connect him with a pretty hard hits, and it wouldn't even stunt Holloway. So I do think that Arnold Allen can potentially fight maybe a Ilia Topuria, and slowly but surely go back up, on the very top of that division. But mad respect to this kid. He's very humble. Like, this kid is one of those fighters that has gotten up in the sport without trash talking, just fighting, showing that he is quality of an athlete and quality of an MMA fighter. What is next for Max Holloway? And what is next for Arnold Allen? Well, this division reminds me of the middleweight of 185. How currently Volkanovski has that division wiped out. So Max Holloway is in a weird situation, because what do you do with him at this point? Like, he's already fought Volkanovski 3 rounds, and I don't think it makes sense to make Max Holloway fight Volkanovski for a fourth time. Like, I don't think Volkanovski wants that. I don't even think the UFC wants that. So it's really tough for Max Holloway. This kind of reminds me of a situation when Adesanya is like the champ and he has 185 so dominated, and you have Robert Whittaker who's wiped out the division, but why is he gonna fight Adesanya again? I think Max Holloway's best shot at this moment is to wait what happens between Yair Rodriguez versus Alex the Great. And I do think Volkanovski would win, but I support the Latino community and I support La Pantera, so I would love La Pantera to win that fight, and that can be a chance for Max Holloway to step in and have his second fight against La Pantera for the 145. And then what's next for Arnold Allen? I think he just needs to have more fights, keep improving his game, try involving more grappling or some sort of wrestling, because maybe that's a way he could have gained points against Holloway, take him down, have some control time on the ground. But I still see a really good future for this kid. So I gotta say again, great fight. It was a good fight. I saw Max Holloway winning without a doubt, but yet again, this fight did not disappoint. It was a great fight, and that's it, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. I'm out.